Hello and welcome to a playthrough video of the first battle for this campaign. So I set up all in the previous video, and the only thing I forgot is to give myself these battle readiness points, which are basically calculated by combining all the battle readiness for all crew members. So I have one, there's a 3 here, 2, 1 and 3, which is total of 10. So before we start with the first turn of the battle, I can always choose to be opened, to have the open up tank or button up. There are some good and bad things for both of those. Like if I'm open up, when I'm looking for the enemy, when I'm testing my awareness, if I fail the test, I can reroll a die. But also, if we get hit, I will probably be the first one to take the wounds as a tank commander. So there is a risk, like if I die, that's the end of the campaign. When the tank is buttoned up, everybody have a +1 dice more modifier to their skill. So the skill, and the bigger number is actually worse, because what you need is you rolling lower, equal or lower. So but at least I will be safe. I would choose to keep the open up tank, and what we do is I have an option to, for the cost of 1 battle readiness point, to look around and try to reveal these tokens. And if I'm successful, for the another cost of the battle readiness point, we can shoot at that tank before it shoots at us, or whatever it is. It could be tank or some other danger. If I choose not to do that, one of these tokens will randomly be activated or added to this engagement matrix. But I will choose that. I will spend 1 battle readiness point, and I will test my awareness to try to uncover one of these tokens. So I need 3 or less. That's my awareness. I got a 6. That's a failure, but remember, if my tank is open up, I can reroll that. And I still fail. Alright, so 1 token will be revealed each turn, either you fail or not. This just means that the enemy is going to see us before we see them. And how that's going to happen, we have this action marker, activation marker, sorry, which I will roll a d6, and it's going to go clockwise around my tank, and where it lands, one of these tokens will be revealed, or we're going to get a new token. By the way, we have stacks here of 2. That was the mission setup, and that's the maximum you can stack. So if I have to add a second one, the third one, instead of putting the third one, I would have to reveal both of these tokens, and they will activate instead of placing them down. So that's also something you need to think about. Anyway, let's see. So I got a 2, so this will move 1, 2, and this stack here will be activated. So let's see what we have here. We have German platoon and the Panther. So let me explain what happens right now. So since I was not the one that spot them first, both of these will actually attack me. And order is order is the top one, then the second one. So let's do that. So enemy tanks, if they have these little lines around, this is their activation test. What do they need to get? Let me get this closer. So if they roll 3 or lower, but they only roll if they are actually set up either in this line or on my flanks. That's what these red lines actually represent. The top one is the top line, the of each side is my flanks. So instead of just hitting me, where I would roll a dice and see will I get hit, he first have to pass this roll. If he does not, he will not actually shoot at me, and that will be okay. Now after the token activates, either hit me or not, it's gonna go away. because imagine this is like a battlefield, lots of things happening, and we lost the contact with the tank. He shot at us, then something happened, maybe smoke, and he lost and moved away and so on. So let's see, will I get hit? So 3 or less. 6, no. So he will go away and that's it. Now the second one is also going to activate. These guys will, as you can see, no matter where they are, they will always roll to hit me. Now here's the thing, tank is open up, so I'm actually in danger from the platoons and infantry, because they can shot me on the turret, right? I'm looking from the turret so I can get shot. And let's see, will they activate? Maybe I get lucky. Oh, that's actually a 2. The dice is cocked. Well, I can reroll. Yeah, it still do. So I will get hit unless I spend a luck and negate that roll. That's what the luck is for. Uh, the thing is, the luck is really hard to replenish. It's almost impossible. And should I risk it? I mean, I'm gonna have to roll on the wounds chart. Yeah, actually, yeah, I will have to roll on the wounds chart because the infantry doesn't shoot. Okay, let me show you here. German platoon. If tank status is open up, tank commander is hit, roll on a wound chart. So I just get hit. I do not roll for anything. Well, I do roll to see will they actually shoot at me, but they always doesn't really matter what the position. They always have to roll this to hit me. So I'm kind of afraid this will be a really short campaign. So yes, I'm gonna spend luck, and we're gonna negate that. I was lucky. They may be shot, but it goes over my head, and that's it. German platoon goes away. All right, so that was that. Lucky me. We push this to the toward the 0, so that one turn has passed. And now again, I have an option to, oh, just let me check something. I think I forgot to do something with the Panther. If tank status is open up, enemy has one additional roll to hit. Okay, so this is what I forgot. Okay, let's get the Panther back. Okay, let me search for it. So Panther would get additional roll to hit. So I'm not out of the woods yet. So again, we're gonna roll for this to see. Yes, this time I have to roll to hit, but there is still chance he misses, because as you can see, this is the damage model when the tanks are hitting other tanks. Mostly there are doubles, so I think I'm gonna risk it. I don't want to spend all my luck on my first episode just to survive. So let's see what happens. A 2 and a 4, it's a miss. It is not here, so it misses. I'm still fine. And then it goes away. Alright, so this is what I forgot. Because when the tank status is open up, they actually have a second. They get some of the tanks get a second shot on you. Alright, so again, I'm gonna spend a battle readiness point testing my awareness. I fail. I could reroll because I'm gonna stay open up. I fail again. Okay, so let's see where this token is gonna move around and what's gonna be activated. A 3. 1, 2, 3. There is no token here, so instead what we do, let me shuffle this, we place one token there. Okay, and you will see why these tokens are important when we finish the battle. Okay, that's all that happens. We move to turn 3. I will spend battle readiness to try to search for targets again. This time I do pass. So let's try there's a stack here. Okay, let me show you this, because I do want to remove these tokens. The more tokens I remove, the less negative points I'm gonna get. So we're gonna flip this, and we're gonna flip this. So when you flip the enemy tokens by your action, when I mean the enemy stack, when there is multiple tokens, you can choose to try to target one of these tokens, but the other one will actually shoot at you. So I cannot shoot on both of them. I have to choose one of them. And right now, looking at the MG team and where this is all positioned, I think I'm going to attack the MG team and the Puma. So the Puma is also dangerous. Let me check something. So I got a wound if they hit me from the MG team and from the Puma. Where is the Puma? Oh, that's the armor car. I need to change this. Oh, they actually do not. They do not hit me, but they will try to hit the tank. I think I'm gonna risk it with the Puma. I'm gonna attack the MG42 team. So I have to spend another battle readiness point to shoot at them. And this is how it works. So there is something called Group Crew Performance Test, or GCPT in short. Basically, I'm gonna roll one die for each crew member, including myself, and I'm gonna try to assign those dice, getting the lower or equal or lower to their skill values. My skill value is my leadership too, so let's do that. And if I have more assigned dice, more successful rolls than the unassigned, I hit that MG team. Alright, so let's see. I can assign one to me. So that's a success. A 4 here. That's a success. 4 here. Another success, and 2 here. This would be unassigned die. But I have more assigned than assigned. So I hit the Puma. Now we have a little table here that says partially passed test, meaning I didn't have a perfect score. If my all dice are assigned, that's a perfect score. So instead of completely destroying the, well, armor car will be destroyed, I mean the Puma, and there will be d6 casualties. Actually, no, what I'm talking about, I'm attacking MG42 team. They will retreat with 3 casualties. So they retreat, and I inflict 3 casualties. You have to write this down. 3. Let's put it like this, because it's important. And now the Puma is here. And as you can see, if the Puma was on my flanks or behind, it would have to roll for the hit. But it is not, so what's gonna happen, it's just gonna hit me. I mean, maybe. It's just gonna roll and maybe hit my tank. So how that work is we roll 2d6 dice, and we're looking on this tank chart, because this Puma can actually penetrate armor. Alright. Let's see, we don't want doubles. 2 and a 3. There is no, so misses, and then it goes away. So a lot of things happening, but so far we only managed to destroy one MG team. I mean, not destroyed. It was destroyed, but no, it's actually retreated, not destroyed, just retreated, and that's kind of important. All right, let's go to turn number 2. Actually, turn number 4. All right. Again, I'm going to spend battle readiness to look for targets. I pass. We're going to look at this stack here. Oh, we have a Ferdinand and 88 centimeter flak. This means that it's just going to hit me, doesn't roll, and whenever it's a 100% a hit. While Ferdinand, while he is here on this part, of the matrix, he has to roll to hit. So I think I need to deal with the flak. So I'm gonna spend my battle readiness to fire upon it. And by the way, these numbers here is how many battle readiness in the circles you have to spend to fire again on the same target. So you can do that. But so far I'm like keeping it for something really important. Might be this flag that I will have to do that. All right, let's try a group crew performance test. Oops. All right, so this 6 I cannot use. 5 I can assign here. 2 I can assign here. Another 2 I can assign here. And the 1 doesn't really matter. I still have more successes than failures. So that's gonna be partial hit on this flak gun, which means it is destroyed and there are these 6 casualties. That's important to know that it is destroyed. So I'm gonna put a D, and now we're gonna see how many casualties. Sorry, only 1 casualty. Okay, that's it. And now Ferdinand will fire maybe upon us. He needs to pass this test, 3 or less. It didn't. Let me just check because I'm still open up. I think he has a second strike. Yeah, additional roll to hit. So, and he fails again. We managed to pass by it. All right. Last turn of the battle. Again, I'm gonna spend actually, because I want to destroy something for the last turn. Maybe I just see what's gonna happen. Maybe nothing's gonna even activate. Or no, I'm gonna spend points to try to pass awareness test and find some other targets. I fail, but I'm still open up, so I can reroll. And I still fail. Okay, let's see what will automatically activate. So 2, 1, 2. So this will flip. It's a Stug. And if it was here, it would actually have to roll to hit. But it is not. It is on my left flank. So the hit will happen automatically. Let me just check. I'm open up. So it's going to be 2 additional hits. So let's roll 2d6 to see where the first one will happen. Ooh, that's a hit. Doubles, 2 4s. It's gonna hit here, which is my assistant driver. And I need to roll on the wound chart. Okay. So my assistant driver is gonna be hit. It's gonna penetrate my armor. This 2 hit me. And let's see what happens. We roll 3d6. And that's a 6. Both eyes scorched, skull cracked, bleeding. Wow. Lost his eyesight, his brain is getting out his head. Oh my god. So my assistant driver, that's Logan. Bad. But now Stug has another hit. 4 and a 5. Oh my god, that's another frontal hit. It's here. It's a driver. Rolling on the wound chart. My assistant driver and driver are getting hit. And it's a 8. Small wound below a left collarbone, bleeding. Alright. And then the Stugs will go away. And that was the last turn. Battle is over. So we have 2 bleeding crew members, and by the way, if they are hit and bleeding, you cannot, of course, you cannot assign dice, and you don't roll dice for them. So you can see that the more crew members you get hit, it's kind of impossible then to you return fire. Anyway, let's see what happens, because as you can see here in the rules, oh, by the way, let me check something with that Stug. because it was open up. Okay, it just has an additional roll to hit. I was lucky. I was looking outside, but it still didn't hit me. Okay, bleeding. At the end of the battle, roll 1d6. On a roll of 1 to 3, bleeding crew member is dead. So let's do for the driver first. And remember, I can negate this. Actually, no, that's... I can't negate for the crew members. I can for the hits on the tank, but not for the crew members. Okay, 4. Driver will survive. So let's see what happens if survived. He had the 8 small wound below the collarbone. If survived, sent home as an invalid. Never recover from the wound. So we're gonna lose that driver, that's for sure. Now let's check our assistant driver that has his brain all over the tank. And he lost both of his eyes. He actually survived. Sent home in a vegetable state. Oh boy. So first battle, we lost Logan and lost Lucas. Now these tokens are not returned back into the bag. There are a limited number of reinforcements or replacements you can get. So I'm gonna put them here, and that's gonna be some really bad stuff for me, because you will see now what will happen when we're gonna have a final score. All right. So first thing first, let's see how many tokens are still left in the matrix. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 4 battle fatigue. That's how these negative points are called. So 4 battle fatigue points. Then we have 2 crew members lost. Each crew member that is lost is well, depends. If we were not have a friendly status, I think it's 3. Let me just check. Yeah, it is just 2, because we were not friends. We hardly know each other. You can actually get some friends in this game. Alright, so that's a 2 more for those 2 crew members. And let's see, I think that's it. Yeah. So in total I got 6 negative points. Alright. Now let's see here. For every destroyed tank, depending on the tank type, and I didn't write this yet, but I think Ferdinand is worth 2. So 2. And for every 5 or more casualties, we get 1 point. So that's my positive points. And now we're gonna deduce that from the negative. So this mission gave me 3 battle fatigue points, which accumulate during the campaign, and depending how many you get on the end, it has a different story on the end. All right, we're gonna set the mission number to 6. That was our first mission, and we already have 2 casualties, and that's really bad. All right, so next thing we have to do, I'll have to write this down later on. We're gonna get the new replacements, of course. So let me see. Our new driver is Tommy. Oh, not really good skill. And our new assistant driver is Louis. Okay, but they can improve. As I said, these little markers here means that after each 5 battle, you can improve either their skill or their battle readiness. Right now, battle readiness, it's not going to be that good. Let me see. New is 2, a 2, 4, a 5, 8, and well, 9, one less than before. All right, so we get the replacements. There is like a passage of time. You would just write we got a replacement after a few days. But I'm also, after the battle, we have something called, I think it's called, let me check. It's written in the rule book. It's downtime or off-duty event. I can't remember how I actually write it down. Doesn't really matter. What I have to do now, I have to draw 2 tokens from this bag. Let's shuffle. This will be some events. Okay. Alright, this is actually good. So I didn't draw any tokens with the white outline, because if I did, I will have to resolve them. You can only resolve one of these tokens. So one of these I have to resolve. This is a crew improvement tokens that I can get, and these are tank improvement tokens. And let me check quickly. I think I wrote that down. Somewhere in these charts. Weather effect, mission type chart, mail effect, argument. Here it is. So I will go for the tank improvement token. So this will now go back and shuffle. So I can take up to 2 tank improvement tokens of my choice. And I know what I'm gonna take. It's gonna be sandbags and camo netting. So sandbags is something you can place on your tank here. So if I place it here, as you can see, it's touching these 2 parts, meaning if I get hit here, I have to roll for this like a shield. If I roll 3 or less, it's not gonna penetrate, but I still lose the sandbags. If I don't, I lose the sandbag and it's gonna penetrate. So this is like a chance that the enemy shell will not pass through the sandbags and the armor. So I'm gonna put that in front. And I have this camo netting, and we're gonna keep that. These are the tokens that can be used. Let me show you. Here it is. So sandbags plants on the spot. It has 3 strength to stop the penetration. Discard after hit. And camouflage nest. Discard to prevent 2 artillery or bombardment token from activating. And I know that these are really bad tokens, so that's why I took one of these camo net. I have it to prevent that. Alright, so that was our first mission. We put some improvement on the tank. We lost 2 crew members, got some negative points, and I'm gonna save it here, this status, and the next video we're gonna continue with this campaign playthrough. Really sad first mission. Well, we destroyed the Ferdinand, if I remember. Okay, I can watch a video and just write down. Alright, so thanks for watching and see you next time. Goodbye.